Howdy, and welcome to our presentation about the Western influence on pre-Islamic Revolution Arabic music. Now, the importance of this and meaning of this mixtape are that during the early 1970s, there was increasing Western influence on the Arabic world generally. Most Arabic-speaking countries were more cooperative with the West, that being America and Europe. During this time, socioeconomically and politically and also culturally, these countries were getting along and sharing ideas. And the theme of our mixtape is to explore how that relationship uh, was expressed through music. Um, During this time, there was a lot of change happening, a lot of Arabic um, a lot of the governments in the Arabic world were trying to cooperate more with the West. However, during the late 1970s, the Iran specifically was starting to become unhappy and wanted to go back to a more traditional Islamic rule, which then they started disallowing all Western culture, such as funk and rock. Before this, however, a lot of Arabic music started to see some influence from Western music, such as elements commonly found in American rock, such as four on the floor drum patterns, distorted electric guitars, and bass riffs found their way into Arabic music. Up until that point in 1978, when the Islamic Revolution started, and there was a stark change in how these cultures interacted. Now, this brings us to Adarazat Adahabia, which is a band started by a man called Abdullah Kabir Farajala. He is a Moroccan man born and raised in Casablanca, Morocco. He grew up playing music with his family. He played at weddings and other social gatherings. However, during this time, he did witness some political conflict between French and Anglo-American troops during his childhood. However, he did end up at the Casablanca School of Fine Arts, where he studied music and hoped to popularize traditional Moroccan Nawa styles of music. He then went on to make Al Hadoui, an album that was originally recorded in 1972 and released in 2019 by the Habibi Funk music label. During this time, when he was composing, he sought to combine that traditional Nawa music with the funk and rock that he heard in American music at that time. This song in particular, Al Hadoui, which shares the name of the album, combines traditional hand drums and percussion with Western electric guitar and drums. This beginning of the track starts with a traditional hand drum that's commonly found in Moroccan music and goes on with electric guitar. The lyrics are in Arabic and they have themes of God in them, but follow a Western call and response for most of the song. There's also several solos throughout the song, which are more indicative of that traditional Western rock music. The themes explored in this song are about God. However, they do use Western influence for the music, which is why I believe this is a great track to demonstrate the combining of cultures of the traditionally Islamic Arabic speaking world with the Western music of the time.
All right, howdy. My name's Connor Jones, and today we're going to be talking about the Western influence on pre-Islamic Revolution Arabic music, specifically the second track in our mixtape, which is Muslims and Christians by Camel Kilia. Just a little background information on this song. It was part of the album Muslims and Christians, and it was composed in the 1970s. And the country of origin is Sudan. The genre that this song was composed in was Sudanese jazz and funk. It reflects the significance of Western influence on pre-Islamic Revolution Arabia. A little bit background information about Camel Gilia. That album is called Muslims and Christian as well. So, but it was a part of the Habibi Funk 008. That was one of his prized things that he did. He was born in that word Sudan. I don't want to mess up that pronunciation. I looked it up and there's a couple different ways to pronounce it. Moving on. He was born in 1948 and died in January 2nd, 2022 or 2021. But he was one of the godfathers of this distinct Sudanese jazz strain, which differs notably from Western jazz. It merges various elements such as funk's horn blast and the blues guitar styles, creating a versatile and addictive cruise. So, why should this song be in this mixtape? Well, Kilia's work mirrors the border Arabic world trends of the integrating Western genres into traditional music. This era marked by increasing globalization and interaction with Western cultures such as Arabic music, adopting and adapting Western styles. Movement that was later reevaluated following the Islamic Revolution emphasizes on Islamic values. Kilia's music, therefore, serves as a vital representation of a time when Arabic music was nobly open to Western influences. It showcases a critical phase in the evolution of Arabic music in response to global trends. Basically, this is a good representation of how Western influences kind of changed pre-revolution Arabic music. And it's also that even in the title, it shows the traditional blends of Muslims and Christians. I think that's pretty obvious, something that we can pick up and characterize as a influence of this album, something that was different than Sudanese. Anyway, thank you so much. You have a good day.
All right, so this is moving on to Aunties for Cat Alalard. This is the third track on from the Habibi Funk 019. This was composed in 1978 and is from the origin country Lebanon, giving Nawah, funk, and fusion genres. There is actually a new reissue of the Habibi Funk 019 Onaid in 2022 that just recently came out. It does miss a couple of the tracks from the original 1978 version, but that being said, this is the Spotify where I found the new reissue of it. But at the time of being 1978, this was a groundbreaking release for the Arab world. For Kat Al-Alard being active in a peculiar period in the Lebanese history and also a left-wing movement for the Lebanon, reflected a huge culture, period for this country in the Middle East. The history of Lebanon's independence was in 1943 and followed with the Civil War, which was from 1975 to 1990. Later, I talk about different band members bringing Brazilian inspiration and also Palestine poetry from a number of poetries. And this just shows the different cultures and the Western influence of everything and how it was all brought together. That being said, within all three of these songs in our project, we looked at how politics and different cultures affect music. We saw the music can express political ideas and talk about issues. It also creates a sense of belonging to a country. This is why songs about political issues became so huge due to that. We also found that music mixes different traditions and styles, bringing cultures together. As I talked about in my last song, the multiple different cultures, especially being from Brazil. And by citing these examples, such as the protests and collaborations between musicians from different places, it's an understanding that these influences help us how music can make a positive impact on society and bring people from different cultures closer together. So this is our bibliography, and thank you so much.